Welcome to Expert Viewpoints, getting started as a cybersecurity professional. Experts often arrive at their similar careers from divergent and dissimilar former careers in education. In this video, hear from experts who will share their unique stories about starting their cybersecurity careers.
When I finished my qualifications, my degree, I remember I spoke to my mother and father, and I wanted to move to Canada and start a new life working behind the bar. And I made a deal with my dad that if I couldn't get a job, I would come back and do a master's. And at the time in the country, there was a brand new master's, and it was called Cybersecurity and Forensics, and forensic computing, actually. And I remember I ticked the box and I never thought I'd have to do it. And I came home 4 months later. I had no money. I had a great summer, but I now had no money. And I was very glad that I'd listened to my mom and dad, that they set me up with a career in cybersecurity. So I fell into it, not because I had a love for it or an understanding. It was purely accidental, but it was one of those great examples of an accident that really is fantastic.
I originally started in computer networking, and the security aspect of networking caught my attention basically from the very beginning. And over the years, I gradually shifted my attention to focusing almost solely on the security aspects of information technology.
I first studied computer science and information technology in NUI Galway. This was a 4-year undergraduate degree. In the third year of the degree, we did a work placement, and I worked for IBM on one of their security products. Once I finished college, I went back working at IBM full-time and have been here for about 14 months now.
Ever since I first put my hands on a computer, I was fascinated with it and wanted to know how it worked and wanted to know how it might fail. And that's how cybersecurity people think. They look and see how a system works, and then they envision how it might fail, and then how you could build defenses to compensate for the failures that might be there. So I started very early in high school with this kind of interest. Then I went to college. I got a bachelor's degree in computer science. I started working for IBM. And then some years later, when the internet came along, we had a division that related to internet technology. And I jumped into that because I thought this is going to be really important. And it turned out it was. And on the internet, we needed to have security capabilities. So that's where I really got to enter into the security space. I had been doing network management, software development, and then moved into cybersecurity, working with clients. And I've been in that space now for more than 25 years. And along the way, got to write a book and have been able to visit more than 50 countries as part of my work.
So I stumbled into cybersecurity when IBM set up their security organization. So years and years ago, we had IBM technology where we had Tivoli. There were some security software, security technologies like identity and access management. We had TSIM, TSOM, which at that moment already was security software. But then IBM saw there was a need for more security. There was a need for more focus on those products. And then we really built a security organization. So by being part of those first softwares where I was a junior specialist, I implemented single sign-on and several SIEM solutions at customers. And then IBM founded a security organization, which I became part of. So I stumbled in it actually a little bit. But it excited me from day one, being at those customers and seeing how great it was to talk to them on how we could solve their problems, but also to see how complex it was for those customers, because security touches on all parts of the organization.
Passed from a college, I got a placement in development, and I worked there for like 6 months, but I did not feel the company was right for me, and I left the company. The new company gave me an opportunity to start fresh as a cybersecurity engineer. Initially, I thought it's boring, and that time nobody was interested in security. Everybody wanted to be a developer. But after a year, when I was trying to switch my job, I felt the difference. I applied for a Java developer. I went there for the interviews. There were 500 people, and out of 500, I cleared like 3 rounds. I was like in top 27 or so, and they hired 3 people. And I was shocked with the number of competition we have and the amount of money they were paying. But then I got a call from a different company called Xerox, and they just asked me that, would you like to work with us? I said, yeah, and they hired me. So like, it was interesting to know that cybersecurity was valued even 10 years back. It's just that I was not aware of it.